Technique Tuesday for this week, we're going to go through two movements that will help you do a little bit of pre-mobility before you start doing snatches or you start doing overhead squats. These are movements that we do quite a little bit in our warm-up, but they're also good for you to do to get some good all-around body mobility just at different stages. So the first one we're going to do, you'll need a barbell or a kettlebell, and you'll also need a foam roller. So we refer to this one as our torture rack stretch, or what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get that T-spine to open up. So when you do it, setting up with the foam roller about an arm's length distance away from the barbell. What you're going to do from there, setting up, we're just going to have our hips up off the ground. We're going to reach back and grab the barbell with both hands. The narrower the grip, the more of a stretch, the worse your shoulder mobility, the wider you want that grip. Okay, fingers and thumbs wrapped around, arms nice and straight, and then we're just going to drop those hips down to the ground. Now, if you can get your hips down to the ground when you do this, pause down there, and then come back up. Okay, making sure each time you do this, that big breath out, come up, making sure that you're relaxing into that stretch. So when you do this movement or this exercise, a couple of things that you want to make sure. Firstly, if you're using the barbell, you've got fingers and thumbs wrapped around and you've got those elbows locked. If you can get your hands just about shoulder width, then that's great. If you need to, you can widen them out. Doing this with a partner who can pull that bar away from you just to ensure that your elbows are locked is a good thing. If you're unable to get your hips to the ground, but you don't have completely horrible shoulder mobility, when you do it, you just want to push. So if I'm here, I won't bother grabbing the bar this time so I can keep talking. You want to push towards that end range of motion as far as you can, as close to the ground. Again, breathe into it, big breath out, and then release that tension, come up. And ease into that about 10 to 15 times, and that will start to open that thoracic spine up. If you can't do it with the barbell, you can use a kettlebell and just either grab the side of the kettlebell or the handles on each side. But what you want to make sure when you do that is you want to make sure that those elbows are still locked, those arms are outstretched, and we're just trying to release big stretch through that T-spine, really open up that chest. And the number one thing that you also need to remember on top of all that stuff is to breathe while you do it. If you breathe into it and relax, you will get a bigger stretch. From there, the second movement that we're going to do, as I said, these are two really quick movements that you can do just to start to get yourself warmed up for a snatch or an overhead squat, is a Cossack squat. So with a nice wide stance, what we're doing, what a Cossack squat looks like is we're moving from side to side, twisting that heel up off the ground, keeping that leg straight, standing up, and just going from side to side. Trying to keep that chest nice and upright as we go from side to side. Okay, nice and controlled. Try and get as low as you can. Let that knee come forward. Get the big stretch through your ankles. So when you do that movement, again, the foot that you're leaning towards, try and get those toes pointed forward. You can let that knee come out in front of those toes. It's just going to help get those ankles nice and warm, because then when we go down into that overhead position, it's going to help us when we get down the bottom there. As a scaling option, if you have trouble doing it freestanding, or as you're going there, that chest comes too far forward, come on over to, we just use the pull-up rig here, or if you've got something to stabilize yourself, set yourself again, lean across, and then coming back. Same deal. What you want to avoid when you do this though is pulling yourself up with your arms. Try and use your legs, bring yourself up, freestanding with your own legs there. So doing these two movements before you get the barbell out, you start overhead squatting or snatching, should hopefully help you get into a better catch position or a better bottom position in that overhead squat. Good luck with it. Let us know how you go. Thanks.